Imagine for a moment that you didn't have a single clock in your life. Not in your phone, your computer, your home, not anywhere. How would you live your life? Would it be any different than how you are living now? It's an interesting question. Sure, we all need a sense of time to live our lives, whether that's setting a time to meet with people, putting aside a time to complete a task, or tracking important dates or moments in our life. But we are often way too dependent on time. It controls us rather than we controlling it. We're so consumed with not only the hours in the day, but also what happened in our past and what we would like to happen in our future. And as we often hear or read, such endless infatuations with time make us miss the only time or moment that actually matters: now. We are so lost in reliving the past and anticipating the future that any moment we conceive is better than the one we are living right now. Isn't that sad? We love all the narratives the ego is putting out, and rather than tapping into the timeless now, we continue to be infatuated by this mental notion of time. But time doesn't really exist. Because think about it. We think that we are born someday and then die someday down the road. But with the death of our body, are we really dead? Or does our soul continue on past this death? And if our soul continues on, then aren't we the soul and not the body? And if the soul never dies, was the soul ever born? You can see how we start to see the limitations of using time to progress on our spiritual journey. While an absolutely essential thing in the material world, time has practically no value in the spiritual world. And the more you journey on the path, you'll begin to realize that as well. In fact, you might have even already begun to realize it. You might be one of the yearning souls who isn't always tied to a clock, who isn't always bound by the self-made limitations of time, and who resists the common complaint that you don't have enough time. You do have enough time. You've always had enough time. But what you prioritize makes all the difference. God Himself lives in a continuum without time. And so in order to reach Him at the most deepest and highest levels, we have to slowly put aside the clocks in our mind to enter this world of no place and no time. It can be difficult at first, but there is a way where you can both use time in the material world and be detached from it in the spiritual world. You don't have to destroy every clock in your life. You don't have to erase every thought of the past or the future. Just don't be attached to it. Recognize that your essence, your soul, is timeless. And once you understand and begin to internalize this, you will look at yourself and your life very differently. All of a sudden, there's no longer the fear of not getting anything done anymore. No longer a fear of dying and becoming nothing. There simply is an appreciation of what is, what's unfolding right now, and allowing your heart to open up to every passing moment as if it's the only moment. So the next time you feel yourself falling into the same trap of thinking that time is everything, step back and see time for what it really is. A tool to help us navigate our outer life, but not necessarily our inner one. Let go of the desire to control your outer life and surrender to what is rising in your inner one. The end result will be a much happier, more peaceful, and more awakened you. So thank you guys for sticking around to watch this video. Let me know your comments below and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want more soul lifting and awakening videos. And with that, I hope you'll join me on this next video right here.